Welcome back, everybody. It's expansion day, always one of the most exciting days on the calendar for us LOR players. I'm incredibly excited for this expansion. I think a lot of the archetypes not only look good, but really fun and enjoyable. I love the theme. I'm super excited for the event. I love this theme, the Soul Fighter event pass, a lot more than the Darken expansion did. Or I did a lot more than I enjoyed the Darken expansions. And I'm really excited for like some of the card backs. I think they're really stylish. I love the skins for the cards. Things like this, like Age of Dragons, is just such a cool card. I'm really excited to get into it. I think the Soul Fighter Gwen cards look awesome, so I'm certainly going to try to find some Gwen decks. Another interesting little fact about this new expansion, a new tournament cycle starting up. So the next few tournaments are going to be in Standard, so we're going to be playing that today. I really am excited to see how Nico and Nidalee do in Standard. I think they might be pretty good. I was worried about like in Eternal, are they going to be any good? I don't know. But at least for Standard, they seem like they might actually be pretty decent. So I have 3 decks to play today. Majin Bay uploaded a video on Nico Demacia, which seemed pretty cool. Trickster Story wrote an article from Mastering Runeterra where he wrote a Nico Nora deck and a Nidalee Gnar deck. And so I thought that'd be a lot of fun to play. Now, honestly, I'm really excited to play Nico Nora. I thought it'd be fun to get into this one first. We have a lot of early units, of course, kind of like a mismatch of random archetypes since Nico's so good with the many-shaped Jungle Friends origin. You've attacked with allies that have 6 different subtypes, so we're going to be trying to be aggressive with our subtype units, and then Nico can transform and grant all of our allies that have subtypes everywhere +1/+1. This seems really good. Like, this is like an attack speed with a 3/3 elusive, Spirits Unleashed almost, right? Like, really, really good. I like her shape splitter too. Just a fun little champion spell. I like the artwork colors too. Nora seems like the perfect kind of deck for this. I'm so excited, honestly, for Nora. She's such a fun champ. She's more like a utility champion in a lot of control decks, things like Darkness, where she's just there to like help get units to chump block through the early game, or eventually just chip your opponent down. Like, this feels like the kind of archetype Nora's built for. You know, I'm super excited. Anura and Fruit, lots of funny voice lines. This card seems really good. 3 mana 2/2. Allies that have a different subtype than other allies in play cost 1 less. We've seen other cards like this in the past be really good, like Bandle City Mayor. And Anora and Fruit doesn't have a once per round limitation, so I'm really excited to see how that plays out. Yordle Captain, again, just counts as the Yordle subtype, but just ways to get extra power on board. Glacial Saurian. How about these Freljord cards, dude? I'm actually hyped about Freljord this patch. Love the artwork, love the colors, super cool little dino dude. I don't know. Just, I love everything about this expansion so far. I'm going to have so much fun. He's a reptile. 5 mana 5/5, so pretty good stat line just on his own. No keywords, but you're looking more for stats in this archetype than you are looking for keywords. When I'm summoned, grant the top 3 units in your deck, +1/+1. Again, Freljord's so fantastic with these top of your deck stat buffs. Things like the Darkened Spear have been really good. Omen Hawk. If an ally has a different subtype than me, which you almost should always have, draw one of these units. So it's not only power advantage, it's also card advantage. I don't know. Seems like a really cool card to me. I'm excited to see how it plays out. And at the top end, we have Portal Palooza, nice card draw engine, and Mysterious Portals. Really, really good. In our early game, Frostcoat Cub is another flexible card that can be dog for the archetype, or for the subtypes. And you can also just play it as a big Overwhelm creature, like we were mentioning. Not a ton of keywords in this deck, but Overwhelm here is pretty decent to help finish out the game. So you are running 2 of those. Deck Hunter, 2 mana 1/3. Seems kind of underwhelming, but I'm curious if this card will actually be really good because you get all the buffs from your other cards. That even if you hit Omen Hawk onto Deck Hunter, right, it becomes a turn 2 2/4. Not bad. That manifests a follower that has a different subtype than allies in play. Now that's another card, like, it seems to me almost like Loping Telescope, where you can find your win conditions through this card. Like, it doesn't say manifest a follower that costs 3 or less. So I think this card might actually be really, really good. And again, I feel like there are a lot of nice pieces in this deck that can make it flow really smoothly. Some interesting ones, like Tufted Web Spinner. I don't think this one's very good. 2 mana 3/1. I don't know, I just don't think this is the archetype for it. With 1 health, I don't really appreciate that all that much. I feel like our deck is pretty resilient to things like Vile Feast. Obviously, we're in Standard, but you get the idea. Like, those 1 mana pings. I don't know if I want to be playing a 2 mana creature that's like a 3/1 fearsome, unless we can really like get in some damage, which is nice. But because it is fearsome, there is a good chance you can push that damage. And the debuff is pretty important. A lot of times if you're like one of these early aggressive units, if your opponent drops like a blocking Badger Bear, that makes it really hard to push an attack. So something like Tufted Web Spinner can be pretty impactful there. Yordles and Arms is obviously a huge finisher for us. For only 5 mana, we can give our board a huge buff. For example, Majin Bei's Demacia deck is running Champion's Strength, but that's a 9 mana card. So I'm curious to see if our deck can be efficient and powerful at the same time in that early climb. So yeah, we are in ranked here. I'm Platinum 4 at the moment. Oh, Q's currently disabled. Okay, well, we'll just play some casuals, of course. I don't know if it was open or not. I didn't think it'd let me click on it. What? Well, that's awkward. Can you go to Eternal? Oh. Well, that's interesting. I don't know what that's all about. I'm going to just assume it's going to open in a minute or two. Meanwhile, I'll just run through the other deck lists so you guys can get like a good run through. But yeah, if you're watching on YouTube later, feel free to fast forward until the games start. I am going to start with the Nico Nora deck. But yeah, in the meantime, we can jump to Majin Bei's Nico Demacia deck. I didn't watch his video on this, so, you know, I'm sure he probably would make fewer misplays than me and can explain the deck a little bit better. But it's a very similar idea. You're trying to be aggressive. You have lots of different subtypes here. You have bird, dog, cat, right? Like all these funny little archetypes. I'm curious to see how many tribal decks will come out where you have like genuine just dog decks or just bird decks, or if it'll mostly just be these mismatches with Neeko, because I feel like she seems like a really solid card that you're kind of okay running something like this. Now this one is also running 2 other cards that I'm interested in. Bonehide Tritail. I don't know why it took me like a stumbling over that. 4 mana 3/2. When I'm summoned, grant me +1/+1 for each different subtype other allies have. I like this. This feels like a really nice way to get a big overwhelm creature. Like, let's say you'd have, what, maybe not a full board. So let's say you have 3 different creatures on board. 3 different subtypes. He'd come down as a 6/5, a 4 mana 6/5. That's really good. Even if you only have 1 other creature on board. A 4 mana 4/3 with overwhelm. That's not horrendous. I think it could be nice. But mostly, it just looks threatening once you get buffs going, right? I imagine this deck is just, you have so many ways of getting buffs that I think it'll probably be a pretty solid card in the archetype. Obviously, I don't know how many other archetypes is really going to fit in other than the subtype archetype. 2 Garen and 1 Jarvan is actually pretty interesting here. I like the stat buff from Garen. I don't know how often you're going to get the rally, but it's always like a potential upside, especially in a deck like this that might struggle to close out the game without big rallies. It's just a nice upside effect. I was actually really interested to check out Scrutinizing Sergeant, and I wasn't expecting it to pop up in a deck like this. I don't think this is Cytheria, right? That doesn't look quite like Cytheria. But that'd be awesome if they made another card with Cytheria in it. The Demacian Draft Sergeant carries a weighty responsibility. Always cool. I love like the uniform and everything. Anyway, sorry. 5 mana 3/3. So he's a little pricey, given that his stats aren't that great, but I think his effect is worth it. Pick a unit from the top 5 cards of your deck. Any deck. Or any unit, excuse me. Pick a unit, just like a champion too. Not just a follower. Pick a unit from the top 5 cards of your deck that costs 3 or less. Summon it and place the rest into your deck. So I wonder how that works with Neeko. If you play Scrutinizing Sergeant, pick Neeko from the top cards in your deck, summon it, and place the rest in your deck. Neeko says on play, disguise her. So she'll just come down as a 2/2 Neeko undisguised. Interesting. But for example, I think Scrutinizing Sergeant plus Nora would be good in other decks. What else could you grab that would be good here? For 3 or less, like a Vanguard Sergeant, a 1-of, Bonehide type Tritail, 1-of, that seems good. At the top end, obviously Champion's Strength is just a really nice rally effect. Probably your most efficient way to close out games, obviously, but I think you might even just win some games by out-tempoing your opponent. Jarvan's attacks are really good. I imagine he'll be able to level incredibly easily in this deck. I wonder how the mind games are going to work with Neeko, because you're probably not going to want to attack with her too often in the early game when she's disguised. Because your opponent, like, how many times are you going to sneak her through with whatever unit she's disguised as that you won't die? Secretly transforms into another. So she does transform into the other unit. So if I thought it'd be like for example, if she was disguised as a unit that had 3 health, if the opponent tried Mystic shotting her, it'd still kill her. But that's not how that works. I don't think. Good. Grandfather Fae is another interesting one. As a 3 of, I wonder how good that is, because Alcat's a Fae as well. It is obviously nice to just storm the board, but that wasn't one I was expecting. But yeah, this deck seems really interesting too. I think there's so many fascinating ways this expansion can go. Like, oh man, are there even any Nico Nidalee decks? I don't know if I saw any of those. I feel like that'd be a fun one. Anyways, let's jump into the last one here. Let's see if we can play. Yeah, sweet, alright. There we go, alright. Ah, what? Why is it doing this to us? Okay. Let's take a look at Nidalee Gnar. I like this. I think Gnar deserves some more love. I think he's just a solid card. There are just other decks that do things better and faster. Do I like Bristlehog? 1 mana, 1/2. Once an ally's transformed this game, grant me +1/+1. I wonder what the thinking is behind Bristlehog here, turning him into a 2/3. Well, Chip gets up to a 3/3 because he's the same rarity. I wonder what that's about. We have a lot more interesting Shurima cards here in the early game. 3 copies of Prowl. I don't know if this is going to be a great pump spell, but imagine since you're going to be using the brush so often that it's actually worth it. 1 mana burst speed, give an ally +2 this round. If it's a shadow in the bush, give it +2/+2 instead. So turning it into a 2 mana 4/4 is not bad to protect it if it's a key unit you want to transform later on. All-Terrain Trooper. Again, I'm not incredibly impressed with this card off the top, but granting vulnerable is always like such a nice effect that it's probably better than I'm expecting. And especially since it's a 0 cost ambush, right? So how does this work? I actually don't know off the top of my head. You play it as the bush. Do you have to like click on the card and then activate its ambush, or do you get this in hand? Like, does it give you the spell in hand, right? I imagine. Like, does it take up a card slot? Some of the interesting cards in this deck I'm really excited about. Bushwhack Trap. I'm curious to see if this is any good. When I'm summoned or the first time an ally transforms each round, give the weakest enemy vulnerable this round. So lots of ways to give your opponents vulnerable in this deck. Aurora Huntress I really like. I think this is what? A 4/2 that transforms and creates a second 4/2. Not bad. Super dope card artwork too. I love those colors. And Avenging Vastaya. As you can see, I already used the prismatics on this card. It literally took me a minute to figure out how the heck to activate prismatics because I haven't done it like ever. Like, just never anything I really do. I never noticed the prismatics really. Like, so I only get them in the weekly chests and I kind of just like don't think about it. But I was like, I don't know, this is one of the cards I'm most excited about this patch, so I want to give it a try. 3 mana 3/3, ambush 3. So it can also just be what, 2 mana 2/2 for the bush, right? And then for later on, for 3 mana, when I transform, stop all enemy fast spells, slow spells, and skills. Seems so busted. Like that was my instant reaction. Like, this card I felt was like way better than a common. Obviously the developers are much more intelligent than me when it comes to designing these cards, so I'm curious to see how it actually plays out. But I thought it seemed like such a good card, like a Right Negation for 3 mana. So you get it for cheaper than a 4 mana Right Negation. Obviously in the long term you're paying more, you're paying 6 mana combined. But you don't have to burn a mana gem, you don't have to sacrifice a unit to do it. It seems really good. And it's like it stops everything on the stack, right? There are a lot of times that can be really nasty if you can mind game your opponent into playing a few different interactions. Chief Knock Attack decks, always hilarious. And Paka Cub, 3 mana 2/2 with Fearsome. Ambush 1. I wonder how good this will be. Because you can burst speed on the attack, flip him into Fearsome, so your opponent can't block it if you have an aggressive board state. Nexus Strike, summon a Paka Protector. That's adorable. I like that. I'm really excited to read more about this story behind this set. I haven't really read too much, but I think it's kind of fun, like the PNZ, like, I don't know, adventures. I like Nidalee's artwork again. I think the color scheme is just so nice. 4 mana 5/3 with quick attack. Ambush 2. That also seems very good. You're only paying 4 mana total for the 2 mana bush plus ambush 2 effect. So you don't have to overpay to activate her. You can even split it up across a few turns if mana is kind of tight. I've seen you summon or transform 4 other allies. That seems like a pretty simple level up effect. I like that. And the quick attack is obviously very nice. I don't know why, but I was just thinking off the top of my head, I wonder if you could use this in a Sivir deck somewhere. Because she has 5 attack. That's pretty decent for leveling up Sivir. I've seen you summon or transform 4 other allies. Usually Sivir decks are pretty aggressive. And then she transforms into Pack Mother Nidalee. Overwhelm, very good. Next is Strike. Interesting, so it's almost like Gnar again, where it does transform back. That's really cool. Transform me back into Nidalee and create a Javelin toss in hand. Deal forward to an enemy at slow speed fleeting. Slow speed fleeting, so you have to cast it on the turn she hits. It's 0 mana, so it doesn't really matter too much. Deal 4 to an enemy. Oh, it's literally just like a Lux Laser. Cool, okay. Nidalee's Prowl, her champion spell, nice. Alright, that seems really cool. I'm excited to try Nidalee. And then Big Game Tycoon. I don't know if I was incredibly impressed with this card, but I think it might be alright. 7 mana 5/6 is just a little underwhelming for like such a heavy investment. When you also have to manifest a card with Ambush, like it just takes so long to get on board with this, I feel. Because you invest your whole turn just to play Big Game Tycoon, and then whatever your win condition card is that you grab, because it doubles in power and health and everything, you're probably not going to be able to play it this turn. So you have to play it next turn and wait like an entire like turn cycle almost to get whatever the ambush follower is. Now, I want to actually check here what the top end transform cards are. Like Minity, Towering Pyrophant, that's right, that's the other big one. So 2 mana bush plus 5 mana to turn them into a 6/5 overwhelm. That doesn't seem too bad. So like you could grab that off of the Big Game Tycoon. Teeny Dactyl doesn't have ambush. That's right, that's what we're not looking for. We're looking for ambush. Pocket Cub, Avenging Vestaya. It's like Big Game Tycoon just doesn't seem like that great of a endgame card. A lot of times you're not going to be getting many. Like there's only one creature above a 3 mana cost, right? Like you could use Blimp Pack Poacher. That could be a very interesting late game utility card still, but only for enemies 6 power less. That'll be interesting to see how that plays out. I'm not convinced on paper that card looks fantastic. Alright, one more time. Let's see if we can grab in here. There we go. Let's go, baby. Well, that was fun. I got to learn a little bit more about the cards. You know, thorough read through. Hope you guys didn't mind too much. Obviously on YouTube, I hope you were able to just skip forward some. Okay. Jarvan Shen. I like it. I'm actually pretty impressed with that. Yeah? I think we go for it. I don't know if this is the best keep in the world, but I'm down for it. I will go Fleet Feather Checker, because if they have their own Fleet Feather Checker, I want to be able to attack it on our next attack turn to pick it off so that they can't kill our Nora and stuff. Because Demacia actually seems like a fantastic counter to Nico decks. We have so many 2 health units. Kinku Student, interesting. I like this. I don't know. I feel like just taking the time to decide what you're doing is like such a dead giveaway that it's Nico. That's hilarious. I love this card so much. Alright, let's start with Crimson Pigeon. Bright Steel Protector would be punished, but then we just get in with Nora. Interesting. I think I'll just pull that with my Fleet Feather Checker then and get in with the rest. 1 health versus 2 health doesn't matter for our deck here. So I can put Nora down to 1. How can I check Nora? I need to check her level up condition. 3 out of 6. Not bad. Turn 3. Does Shape Splitter work on stack in combat? Like if say they had a Petrified Broadwing, they pull our Neeko into combat, they would just like swap on the board, right? I can play Construct here. I don't think I need to queue up Shape Splitter, except for single combat. But if they play a Challenger, you're like, this is fine with us. Yo, Matt, let's go! New expansion! Yippee! I'm so excited, dude. Actually, though, it looks so cool. Like, I cannot tell you how excited I am for the everything. The mechanics, single combat. Ooh, they're going for the pigeon. Interesting. Well, neither of our champions go down, so I'm happy with that. The mechanics seem exciting. I think it's gonna be so fun. Like Shen Jarvan, I think it's actually a really interesting deck for the quote-unquote first day meta. Like, I'm so excited. I feel like there's so many possibilities. The possibilities are endless. What if we just go Portalpalooza? That doesn't seem fantastic. I don't know if we're ever really getting in here with Nora. The ephemeral would be made on board and then swaps with the actual unit. Yeah. I figured that's how it works. But like, that just seems like so cheeky and good to like be able to steal them out of combat like that. I don't know, it seems really good. I'm not incredibly impressed with Portalpalooza here. It taps us out of Shape Splitter or something. They're just going Anura and Froop. Top Spinner will be 1 mana, and we keep up Shape Splitter. It's very strong, but with the caveat of being locked behind 2 Nikos. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Can we just pass here? We can't really attack, right? So what if we just pass? Or hold on. Nico's at 3 out of 6. So this is 6 different subtypes, not units that have subtypes. So I think we'll just pass. Oh, it's so funny. I didn't realize Anura and Fruit counts as a reptile. That's kind of funny. I think I'll just pass here. But yeah, we're back in Standard, Max. The next 2 tournaments are in Standard, so back on the grind in Plat 4 to start the season, rather than like Silver, which is nice for me. That saves a lot of time from having to climb all the way back up to Masters. Okay, I don't think I care about that too much. I'll block with my Junk Construct. I don't know if I even care about Anura and Fruit at this point. I think I'm just going to kill their units while I can and try to clear their board to set up some of our chip damage for more units. I much prefer Standard, so awesome. Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's such a high roll on our deck. It's not a subtype itself, but all of our random dudes. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Yeah, I like this. Flame Chompers is actually not bad, so we can try to hit with Nora next turn. We can go Crimson Pigeon if we hit a portal. I don't know. I kind of want to play Flame Chompers, but I don't want to tap below Shape Splitter because they could have Concerted Strikes, or even if like they rally right here, we might be able to try to get them with an ephemeral block. Yeah, I'm actually really interested to see how Standard plays out. I think I enjoyed it more than an Eternal too. Oh baby, it's pretty big. This keeps up Yordles and Arm and Shape Splitter. We're not developing any new archetypes, huh? Well, that's a huge commitment. I'm not impressed with Web Spinner. I don't know how many times it's going to come up when I feel like I really want to play that. I don't know. I'm just going to keep up Shape Splitter. We keep a board spot open so we can actually swap our units. Does this deck run that super sweet reptile from Failure that just came out? Oh, like the dino dude? The Glacial Saurian? I love that card. I don't know if our list does actually. Let me check. Oh, I can't check because they're not real yet. Nidalee Gnar. No, we're playing Nico Nora. Ours does run it. I have no idea what to do here. We can't really kill this. She won't level, right? I don't think Nico's leveling. Because we're not attacking with any new subtypes. Maybe this turn wasn't as good as I hoped.
Do not test me.
How do we stop this Shen double attack turn? Maybe it doesn't matter. They're always going to be bigger on board, so I think we're okay with chump blocking. There we go. Okay, those are cards. They're almost certainly going to attack this turn. And I want to be able to chump block and then replace our units.
Who would trespass here? Never lose control. Nature blesses her followers. Don't touch that.
Again, I don't know if I need the chompers. They are always going to have so many big units on board. Yeah, we're more looking to finish off with Nico elusive, Nora elusive, trying to find some big keywords like the Frostcoat Cub. Because they don't have the ability to push damage like with Overwhelm or burn damage. So as long as we stay alive on turns like this, a rally is kind of the worst thing that could happen. That's pretty good. I can play Frostcoat Mother. How much damage will that be? 7? So potentially only 2 damage. Well then it's really frustrating because now Nico can't attack, huh? Nico and Nora can't really attack.
There once was a Yoda who got lost in a portal.
They have so many barriers. I don't think committing the 6 mana for the Frostcoat Mother does much. Because they're just gonna like use barrier on it, right? There we go.
Portals, portals, up and down and all around.
Oh, that's actually so good. Okay. Do we just like try to get in there? Open attack, keep up. Pigeon. They only have 1 unit with 5 health. We can use 1 Shape Splitter. This is awkward. I don't think Nico's transforming. Because the only archetypes we'll be adding are Fae and Dog. Because we've already attacked with Yordles. I don't think we can develop too much here. We can put one of these guys down to 2 power. So we'd only lose one of our elusives. But it would be the last archetype we need. So Nico would level at least. I just hope they don't have a rally here. Okay. I'm a little nervous about just winging it here, but I'll go for it. I'll leave one guy back as a blocker. Why is Nico not leveling? Because we need to attack with the Fae. So I'll leave Yordle Captain back. Why is Nico not leveling? Bird, dog, Yordle. Add Fae, Spider. We're not adding anything else. And I don't think there's any way for us to add anything else. So I'll just attack like this. This is awkward. I feel very unsure of how to approach this. I'm sure this is not a fantastic matchup for us. Dang, the Nico level is a bit tough to hit. I thought for sure we were going to have a turbo fast. Because on turn 3 we had that attack that got all 3 of these already.
There is no dispute. Understood.
Is this a challenge?
I might let... Do I let Nora go? We only have one portal in deck.
Stay back.
If they don't commit barriers, I think I just let this go. I think that's better for us.
Nature bless.
Our wills align.
They didn't protect their Sacred Protector yet. Okay. I just let this go, I think. Because I'm still content to use Shape Splitter defensively if they have a rally. But now we can use Rhyme Tusk Shaman to help slow down their attack.
These woods protect their own.
Keeper.
We have tons of Chump Blonkers still. Chump Blonkers. What's left to attack? Fae and a Reptile. That's surprisingly tight to hit. Yeah. All of our portals weren't different archetypes either.
Nature blesses
And that's pretty difficult to deal with. They can pretty much give everything barrier next turn, so we're in a little bit of a tight spot. They still have a Badger Bear too, so...
The frost reveals all to me.
Another one, really? Where are my archetypes? Or my subtypes?
Balance.
who goes there? So we go.
Very curious little matchup, huh? Hmm.
Nature blesses her followers. Nature blesses her followers.
Bitter cold.
Interesting. This seems tough. I think I'd like to get into game 2 just to see how it goes, because I'm really excited for this archetype. But that was way harder to flip Nico than I thought it'd be. I'm just gonna hope they don't have a rally right here. Hope we hit something off the top that can deal with this Badger Bear. And top deck Nico and Nora. Then we'll be good. They only have one card in hand, so like... Okay, let's see here. Oh, baby? Heck yeah! Badger Bear, you're done for. I still don't think we're leveling up Nico, though. Because why isn't this a monkey? And why isn't this a robot? I think we just lose if I attack, right? We've already attacked with Fae. No, we haven't attacked with Fae. So Fae would be 5. But we've already attacked with Bird. Wow, this is impossible. Alright, I'm gonna skip this one up. That's wild. I am shocked. I am shocked. So game 1, expectations a little bit hit there. Unfortunate. Crazy. Okay, let me check for you, Max, real quick. I'm pretty sure... Yeah, Glacial Saurian. We're running the full 3 of. Sweet. I think this card looks so good. I'm so excited for this one. Tufted Web Spinner. First game impressions, not fantastic. Deck Hunter. I think Deck Hunter's the one we really missed there. Honestly, I'd cut a Web Spinner for a third Deck Hunter after one game. So I'll let it roll for a few games. But honestly, Deck Hunter seems pretty important there if games are that difficult to put together. I'm so excited though. Like, I literally cannot even tell you. This is the most excited I've been for an LOR expansion. Oh my gosh. Okay. The Runeterra checkers don't see your opponent's deck list in game right now. Like, cause like, Riot didn't want that. But Swain, Misfortune, LeBlanc, I don't think I've ever seen that before. I want this deck list so bad. Because usually what I do on expansion days is I'll stream the new decks, and then once I stop streaming, I'll play the silly decks that don't have many new cards. Because it just seems so cool. Okay. Fantastic little start here. I do enjoy Frostcoat Cub on turn 2 actually here. 2-3, pretty important against like Misfortune blocking. And it's just like a nice upside if we don't use it for a while. Anura and Fruit, not bad. I think with 2 health here, I'm pretty happy to get down. Make It Rain might hurt us parley, so. Oh my gosh, Max, I'm so excited. I can't wait for the card sleeves, the player icons. I love it. I love it. Do we just slam Nora here? I don't think so. I want to develop though. I want to get on board more than them. They're like the aggro deck type thing, I'd assume. I want to make sure we have board stability. In case like they don't have anything to do here, we just get so far ahead on board that it might make it really hard for them to come back from. Yeah. And if they did have something to develop there, it'd probably be difficult to attack through a Frostcoat Cub. Top deck fleet for the checker works out pretty well. I'm a little worried about Pirouette. Okay, that's fine. Now Pirouette would be sad, but Nora wouldn't die. Unless they use Flock. Flock's not here. Oh wait, I heard, oh my gosh, Max. Man, they did keep Pirouette. Dang, outplaying us. I heard, oh my gosh, Max, on my internet cut because I opened LOR to start updates. Basically, what I was just saying was, I'm so excited. Like, oh my gosh, Max, I can't tell you how excited I am, was essentially the gist of it. Alright, opponent still hasn't played the unit though. I'm a little surprised by that. Now we can get down Anura and Froop.
If it huffs or slithers, it's my kind of critter.
Do we take 5 damage here? How much is it save? Why does Anura and Froop discount Anura and Froop? I wonder if this is even worth it. It doesn't seem very good, but 5 damage is a lot. Maybe I take one hit. Because it allows us to hopefully get a good turn next turn. Second Anura and Froop. I'm still not sure why she's discounted. I think I kind of just want to take the open attack here. This seems really good. And I don't have like anything on board. I just don't want to walk into another stun.
Doors to adventure.
Let's go 5 punch Pablo. It's pretty big.
Aren't you a weird one?
At a glance, I am much more hyped for this expansion than the last. Yeah, these zoo unit heavy decks are so much more fun to me than spell decks. Yeah, I agree. I feel like this is definitely an interesting archetype compared to like all the spell slinger stuffs. For example, Samira ended up going into spell slinger decks. Like even Samira Fizz was an aggro deck, but it used so many spells. Like it wasn't really more about board superiority, as it was just ping ping ping, spell spell spell, elusive damage, and then like abusing Samira rally. Samira Seraphine came out. Then there were like the Darken expansions, but those were, when they came out, kind of obnoxious when Aatrox was super overpowered. Like I feel like this is just a super fun archetype that everybody's excited about. We have no fearsomes, by the way. I think this is worse for us than it is for them. This is so bad if they have a way to level up Swain and then attack when we don't have any fearsomes on board. There we go. Deck Hunter. I was already talking about this before when I was doing the deck intros. If you hit an Omen Hawk on Deck Hunter, like a 2-mana 2/4 seems pretty good. Alright, I'm going to have to use Frostcoat Cup here though. If they have a stun, we're a little sad. But I think I need to stop the Swain from getting a free attack. Plus it's just a huge threatening unit. If they use like Disintegrate to kill our Frostcoat Cub, I'm not sad. As long as they can't level Swain here.
You can do better than that. Come on. That all you got?
I think that should be fine.
You can do better than that.
Pretty cool tech. Not expecting that in the deck. That's pretty cool.
Come on.
Shoot. Okay, yeah, we're so dead.
Empire above all.
Why are all these people playing counter meta decks rather than the new silly cards?
We are at war.
Feeling a little helpless here. I literally don't even have my hand on the mouse. The whole turn I kind of just like opponent roasted us. It's pretty funny. I think I'll just play Deck Hunter. Keep up 5 mana for a big unit that can finally block Swain. That one was unlucky. Yeah, pretty good turn from our opponent.
My knowledge is reserved for superior minds. Section 3.
This still roasts us though. Our guy doesn't have enough health. We're still losing the open attack. This is so sad. Yo, look at you. Young Witch is such a cool card.
Witness strength.
Alright, GG's opponent. Dang, cool deck though, but not what I was expecting. Very impressive though, I like it. Alright, Nico, or excuse me, Gnar Nidalee. Very cool. Both are champs. Kinda like it. I don't know, it doesn't seem very good. But it's day one, you know, have some fun with it. I'm honestly just so worried that they're running a ton of the vulnerable cards. Specifically, All-Terrain Trooper and the Bushwhack Trap. But Owen Hawk's really nice. Turn 1. Because, Bushwhack Trap gives the weakest enemy vulnerable, so he can eat it up. Okay. And All-Terrain Trooper gives the weakest enemy vulnerable as well. So Omen Hawk on turn 1 there is not bad. Nice. That's pretty chunky. I'll play Neeko. Probably will stop the attack. Yeah, that's actually hilarious. It activates the Sunhawk effect. I like that. One mana 3/3 Crimson Pigeon. Love it.
Puka puka. Puka puka.
Puka puka.
Home is just around the portal.
I don't think I should attack
Then up.
with Neeko. And I can't put Nora down to 1.
Get lively.
Like, am I okay if they block like this? I don't know if we're running Pokestick or not. I'm honestly not incredibly impressed with this turn.
Lost but not forgotten.
Maybe we just wait.
I hope.
I don't want to lose our units when we know we can try to set up for Yordles and Arm already. I think I'll just take my elusive attack.
To and fro and to.
Although, Nora's the one that can die to a vulnerable effect now. I find the mind games behind Shadow in the Bush fascinating. Like, I don't know if I can ever... Gosh, these event passes are so long for such a short time to complete. 41 days for all that is crazy. Oh shoot, they transformed her. It's a lot of damage. Do I care if they do damage though? I don't think so. I think I'm just gonna set up for my Yordles and Arm.
Oh, steady if you please.
I don't know, I've completed them before in 41 days. But I definitely had to play the game pretty hardcore. Dang, I think I'm losing. This is a pretty good turn for us though. I think I'm willing to lose this Nico if they trade.
It's in a hop.
7-7, that's pretty nasty. I wonder if they're just gonna let this go.
This one will be easy prey.
What? Oh, it was just a buff. Interesting. The chump block with Chief Knack attack too.
Everywhere.
Alright, I think I'm okay with how that turn worked out. Neeko probably dies, but she's not leveled anyways, so it might actually help to be able to play the second one. We have another Portal Palooza coming. That's a fun little effect. I need emotes. What the heck haven't I get emotes? Oh, Nora's coming in clutch. Still no subtypes. We haven't had a single portal today with subtypes. I don't know if that's just unlucky, or there's just an overwhelming amount of cards that don't have archetypes. What was this? Shurima Invoke. Face check. Ah, I forgot about that card. That's a cool one. Okay, so Nidalee's actually a problem here. Do I play Neeko looking for like another Sunhawk effect? I think that one's good. Tufted Web Spinner. I didn't even think I'd get that play effect. I thought kind of like it would just transform like timelines and then wouldn't get the effect, but this is kind of okay. I'll take the block here. Here. What? Okay, yeah, I was gonna say, I thought it wasn't capturing it for a second. That's so fun though. I think it's a cool card. 2 health though. After you capture the unit, you can't really do much with that unit.
Ooh, the suspense is terrible. I hope it lasts.
I wonder if we can win if we get another Yordles and Arms off here. I feel like it's not incredible. Okay, they are taking out Nora. Oh, I forgot they got that. Okay, Nidalee seems pretty dope. I'll always protect you, lizard girl. They are going for the pigeon. We have 3 portals in deck. Yordles and Arm is so good for only 5 mana, so we can develop a little bit more if we need to. That's actually kind of good. 7-8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But we tap below Shape Splitter if they try to kill Nico. But in that case, we can go Fleet Feather Tracker. If they kill Nico right now, we just replay Nico, then Yordles in Arms. I hate that card. That seems so bad here. It's like, it's a nice blocker. But now I can pretty much guarantee Nora hits. What if we create a second copy of Nora? That'd be kind of funny. Spider. We already attack with Bird. This isn't a pig. So she's not even leveling again. Oh my gosh, this seems so difficult. We already talked with Faye. Why is this so difficult? Honestly, I'm just gonna attack with 2 Noras. Leveling Neeko's rough, yeah. I don't know. I feel like Nora's not pulling her end of the bargain here.
Off we go.
This is like kind of whatever. They spent 5 mana on this, and we just get to kill it with our 1-drop. Counts as another trigger for Nora too. There we go. Subtype. And Acoustician. Pretty cool card. Okay. Nice. Acoustician will level Nora. Nora and Fruit didn't seem fantastic so far, but we didn't really carve out where we played her on 3. A lot of times we played Nico or Nora on turn 2 and then played the other one on turn 3, so we haven't played Nora and Fruit very much.
We're all bug buddies, just
On curve, we haven't played on curve very much.
You dear cat.
She'd be a lot better if she was like Vandal City Mayor, where she also created the unit in hand. But at that point, you know, she may be too good. But just the one costs less. By the time turn 3 comes around, we don't have a ton of incredibly expensive units. Our curve is pretty low.
I have their scent.
Okay, that's fine. Never mind. What the actual heck?
I will find my fortune.
What the heck? What? Whoa! What? What? Why does Big Game 2 Coon work here? What the heck? Why is he manifesting a card with ambush? Can you You can't manifest a champion, right? What the actual heck is going on here?
I'll take everything.
I'm so confused. I have no idea what happened. Because this card wasn't created by Big Game Tycoon. Or, hold on a second. It's when you... Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me reread the card. Reading the card explains the card. Hold on 1 second. I think I might have misinterpreted this. Big Game Tycoon. When an ally transforms, double its power and health. Ah, see. I thought it was manifest a card with ambush. Grant it double its power and health, like that card, that one card you manifested. I see. Okay, that card is so much better than I thought. Alright, let's try Nidalee Gnar. Nico Nora didn't feel so great. A lot of potential there. Didn't quite hit it this time around. I don't know. Oopsies, my end game. Not yet. Okay, give me 1 second. Alright, let's see here. Nidalee. Seems like a solid day 1 deck. I'll keep Desert Duel and pitch the rest, I think. I definitely want to look for Nidalee. You can cast her as the bush early on. Well, that's actually... Hold on a second. That's one of the reasons I think Nidalee's so good. You're not paying a tax to transform her, like, the 2 mana bush into the +2 mana equals 4. 2 + 2 equals 4, it's true. Whereas other cards, I feel like, this guy. You have to pay him for, like, 6 mana, right? Rather than 3 mana, because he gets that effect. But, like, right here, we're not attack. If, for example, it was turn 2, I could play Nidalee as a bush, turn 3, open attack with Nidalee transformed. That seems really nasty. But we can do this. This seems good. They could have Pie Toss. That gets really punished. But I'm going to wing it. Oh no, never mind. This is the 2-2. It creates the 3-1. That seems really nasty. I like that a lot. Heyo. Hey, what's up, Floop? Pretty good. We went 0-3 on Nico Nora. So now we're giving an attempt on Nidalee Gnar. All the names are getting so warped in my head. Nico, Nidalee, Gnar, Nora. I'm like, I literally have to hesitate every time I say the names. Interesting. Does this... You can play it as just a flat 3 mana. But it would just literally come down as a boring 3/3, right? Like, that's how that would work. How do we do this? We can go Nidalee for 2 mana next turn. Because this is just spell mana. I hope so. So that way we can go Nidalee. Next turn we'll have 4 mana plus 1 mana. So we can actually transform Nidalee. Maybe it's just better to go Gnar, keep up Desert Duel. Nidalee's also just such a huge creature though. Maybe it's worth it to get her going. Not actually sure. Well, that's nice. They could have their own prowls. Oh, quicksand. Darn. Alright, now I think I kind of have to get Nidalee going. I'm surprised they take this attack. I thought they for sure would have Pokesticked. I do like with this guy, he summoned or transform. You don't have to use him as the transform effect. So I can just use him here. Alright, I'll take my open attack here. We have quicksand, that's pretty nice too. I think I'd rather block here, because if they have like a Pokestick or anything, this guy's gonna end up dying eventually, rather than losing our Bristlehog as well. So this doesn't do much then. Or maybe it could, with the Prowl. Oh, that's so funny, because her level up condition doesn't apply when she's hidden as a bush. That's right. Interesting.
Grab them by the scruff.
Spell Shield's kind of nasty here. I don't know if they have any fast speed combat spells. Like a, you know, Desert Duel type thing. I don't think they have access to it. I might just get Avenging Vastaya on board here. So this is essentially 3 mana Writing Negation now at burst speed. Oh, I'm such an idiot. I didn't even realize. Gosh, that's so bad. I don't know. I literally just a huge brain fart there. That was just me being stupid. They don't get to know what it was though, do they? That was yeah, I don't know why I didn't even notice that they had so many pings in hand. Oopsies. And spell shield again? Okay. I think I threw this game pretty hard.
They call us beasts and butcher us in our sleep. I have their scent.
Oh gosh. Okay, thank goodness they went that way. They could have the yeah, prowl.
This one will be easy prey.
They still have to trade though, which is fine for us. Interesting. We're learning as we go along here. That's a troublesome card. I'll probably just Desert Duel to kill this one.
Be civilized.
Because if this is a Nidalee, it could transform here. But we'd still... No, we wouldn't kill it because the big King Tycoon buff. Rats, it is Nidalee. I feel like that's going to happen a lot where I just feel so burnt by the bushes transforming. Nidalee. I think I blew that one pretty hard. We're learning the play patterns, you know, they're not ingrained in my mind yet. Alright, Ash LeBlanc, classic. Haven't seen that one in a while. Bristlehog doesn't flip for a while. Bristlehog seems so much worse than Chip. Because you have to spend usually, what, at least 3 mana, 4 mana to get the unit transformed. And like if you play Bristlehog on turn 2, you can't transform a unit on turn 2. If you play Bristlehog on 1, you can't transform a unit on turn 2. Whereas with Chip, you can pretty easily make him a 3/3 on turn 2. Like, I guess we keep him, but he doesn't seem incredible. I think I'll pitch the rest. Boom! Get outclassed, Owenhawk. I think that passes fine there. I'm never attacking with Nidalee when we don't have anything going. They're not really developing anyway, so I think that seems fine.
The Black Rose remembers.
Ooh. That seems nasty. They have freezes though. So maybe Ruthless Putter is just better. That's 3 mana. If they have a freeze, it just looks so sad. Maybe Heroic Refrain is just better. I think Heroic Refrain's fine.
Take a peek at life beneath the waves.
I'm okay with chump blocking there and developing. We only need 4 mana this turn, because we can transform Nidalee for 2, and the Prowl can counteract a freeze. She does get hit by Brittle Steel as well, though. That's not fantastic. Yeah. Like now,
Wasted effort.
I guess I try to force it out, but this is really sad if they have another freeze, because we won't have another Nidalee in hand. I don't know. Seems kind of tough. Brutal.
Line up.
Gnar can die to bloody business right now. So I think I'll leave him around for a second or two.
I'll do it myself. My move.
I think this is fine. Putting this down to 1 health I'm pretty happy with. And I don't really think we're low enough on health that we need to chump block. Because their units are still low enough health that if we attack back, it looks alright. They could rally this turn, that'd be pretty bad. Or like this upcoming turn. What? Not a deck I expected then, but that's pretty cool. Heroic Refrain won't kill LeBlanc through a freeze. So I guess I can't even start with it as a duel, they'll just kill each other. I can do this. We give up Heroic Refrain. Or no we don't, sorry, never mind. This can at least let Gnar go after the 1/1. I'm expecting Gnar to die to a bloody business, and since I don't have a great counter to it, I'm okay. Yeah, this is fine, I suppose. Since I don't have many keywords, I'm still kind of like banking on Nidalee to eventually do something. This seems tough though. I don't know how we're gonna work through this. Everything's gonna be so healthy, and they're gonna be drawing a bunch. They're going to keep getting these LeBlanc triggers for a while. I think we just lose, like, we don't have enough ways to interact with LeBlanc without our units just getting hit by freezes. Ash will come down as a 5/5. Pretty cool.
Victory requires a sharp blade.
Yeah, I think we're done for. I guess I kind of have to rip this. And hope it goes through. This does not seem like a good matchup, I'll be honest.
For glory, face me. What a treat. I'll show you how it's done.
Easy does it.
Like, we're literally just gonna be drawing like 4 cards every turn. Because Nidalee will transform. Wait, what? Oh, okay, I was worried. Yeah, Nidalee into a 5/3, so she'll become a 10/6 if we have Big Game Tycoon on board. Then include the Prowl or Tailstone's buffs. She'll live through a LeBlanc block. This doesn't seem all that incredible at the moment. I think I'll just take the Overwhelm, dude.
A creature's only worth
Alright. We couldn't even kill the Blanc if they block freeze. We'd only get her down to 1. But she would go into Pokestick range, I suppose. Man, that just seems so awful. This little Mirage combo, but they're always going to have the buffs, right? Like, they know we have Pokestick in hand. I have to throw it out, but it goes through anyways. Oh man, this feels so bad. Jaw, jaw, jaw. The Temple of Choice seems pretty cool. I don't know if it's like the best card you want in your Ash LeBlanc decks, but it's certainly doing some work. Another bloody business. Oops. Alright, we're getting kind of stomped.
We lick our wounds and survive another day.
Alright, let's try some Nico Demacia. This one seems interesting. Some of the other cards this one is running. Bonehide Tri-Tail we haven't tried yet. We never drew a Glacial Saurian in the first few games. And Scrutinizing Sergeant, Ferocious Fluffs, seems pretty cool. Let's see if we can sneak in a few games on this. Hopefully snag some wins finally. Yes! Okay, the Poro King. First Poro King game. Nico. I think I might just go Nico and keep up form up for a while. I don't think there's any real desperate reason to get Hungry Owl Cat on board.
Oh, fluff everywhere.
Nora and Froop. Maybe we just get her down. Let's see how it works when we play Nora and Froop on curve.
Study them all, Lurs.
Oh, I missed you too.
It's keyword soup, guys. No! Poor Dexter, just another keyword soup. No, this is actually really cool. I'm excited to see how this goes. If they try to buff this dude up, as long as it's not burst speed, you can try to protect Nora and Froop. I do want to get Nico down this turn. Maybe the Tufted Web Spinner at some point. And then get a big Bonehide Tri-Tail down. So I think I'll start with Nico since she might be able to find some stun an enemy, or if it's stunned, deal 2 to it. I think I can just stun the Challenger here in case they have a buff. They can't do much to it. We haven't had any elusives with Nico yet. I'd like to get some elusives so she could sneak in some damage each turn.
The bite doesn't hurt. The venom
I always forget this guy counts as a spider.
Fang's turn.
Oh no, he counts as a spider. Oopsies. That was an accident. Now we can't get down the cheeky little mana efficiency. Okay. What if I just play one big cat here? They can't really attack then. 3 mana 6/5. That doesn't seem too bad. Poros! Alright, how do we level Nico? We have Fae, Reptile, Spider, Cat. So that's 4. Dog? That's 1 more.
You're a weird one.
Still won't be enough though. I want the big crazy 1-turn combo swing to level up Nico.
Let's go, Fang.
I'm being a little risky with Spell Slinger here. If they have a buff for the Poros to somehow get them to fearsome range. I'll probably just play my next big cat here. This is kind of my thoughts of how Poro King decks would play. Very weak early game, but then they get some chunky buffs later on. Oh my gosh. Very cool. Still no leveled Neeko. Unfortunate. But we can just go for the champion strike next turn. Interesting. I don't care about that. I'm pretty happy to just trade away the challenger. I kind of hope they do something to make us use form up this turn, because next turn we won't have the mana for champion strength plus form up. But I imagine they're just kind of playing their little solitaire Poro game here. I like this artwork. I think that's nice. A little interesting, like, silhouette type thing. These guys could be problematic. Adorable. They can't kill these guys though anytime soon. What does Bilgewater give them? The cat's put in some work. Ooh, cheeky. That might actually... No, there's no way they're stopping the 12 damage, right? Close, though. Interesting game. That was pretty close. GG. They kind of did their thing. Finally a win though. Man, it took an hour and 20 minutes, but we finally got the first win. I'm so bad at expansion day. Like, I made a few silly misplays, obviously, but I don't know. It's funny. I'm bad at adapting to the new cards right away. Neeko seems good on turn 2. Potentially could like stop an Akshan. Grandfather Fae, maybe not. Bonehide Tritail actually seems kind of decent. Oif. Expensive curve, but very powerful if it gets going. I can't play Tufted Wedge Spinner on Akshan because it has to have a different subtype going. Like this turn, if we go Web Spinner, even if he was activated, they could potentially use Shape Stone to quick attack kill him, so it probably wouldn't be worth it. Oh, that seems really good though. We can actually go Fleet Feather Tracker plus Web Spinner. I guess I will pass.
This is justice.
Turn 5, Glacial Saurian seems pretty good. And just set up for our turn 7 attack for Champion Strength. They could have Red Negation, that'd be pretty bad. But I think we need Glacial Saurian. Try to find those extra subtypes to level up Nico at some point. I'm a little worried about running into Quicksand here. Okay. Do I even go for this? Or do I go like this? Because I feel like they're almost certainly going to have Quicksands or buffs, so it's not even worth it to try to kill Action here. But in that case, why not just save Fleet Feather Tracker for when I have... We have another Fleet Feather Tracker. I think this is fine. Just try to clear the board for our Champion Strength. Because even a Quicksand won't stop the Saurian here.
A good fight's the spice of life. Garlic works in a pinch.
Nico.
Come and get it. No dessert? No. You cannot run from absolution.
Alright, we've attacked with Bird and Reptile. So we can get Fae and Spider as new ones. That's still only before. So I guess we're kind of just like looking to rip a Champion Strength next turn.
Finders keepers.
We start to look a lot worse if they have a Red Negation here. Champion Strength, is it even good? I don't even know, man. It doesn't seem like it. But nothing else seems good either. Spider, Fae, Bird. So +3/+3. I don't know. I guess this is fine. I'm not convinced it's very good. It runs so hard into Red Negation. Or even Quicksand if we're trying to kill Action and stuff. Alright, that turned out okay. It was just like straight up single combat for a unit. So we got 2 cards out of their hand, we still have a decent attack. Plus we could replay Nico. Brutal. They're wiping us, man. Holy smokes.
Justice was fast. Hug it down. Soups on your head.
We have Spider, Cat, so as long as Nico hits a new archetype. Okay, and Dog. That works too. Oh. I think I just throw out one tufted web spinner here. Because I need to be able to attack with the dog next turn. This is so bad actually, because we're gonna have to chump block with something else again. This is not going very well.
I do not break rules, I bend them slightly.
We can't block action anyways this turn. So I'm just going to try to save some chip damage on the edges.
In and out.
Wait, what did I just do? Oopsies. I don't know. I think we can't really attack with Neeko anyways next turn to level her up. But I think there was an option there that would have added to her slip types that attacked. This is looking doomed. Yeah, honestly, I'm not convinced this is going anywhere. Let's try one more. Not many wins coming out of the stream today, huh? Okay. Another Poros. They're playing Bilgewater. I still don't know what they get out of Bilgewater. Interesting. Okay, they're scrutinizing Sergeant. Siren Song? Oh, okay. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Gotcha. Okay, right. I see now. Honestly, I'm fine if they take this trade so Neeko doesn't die. I think I'm going to play Neeko here because there's a chance she can hit something that the Blade Twirl as a 1-2 might not be able to. Yeah, like if we play Twilight Protector 3-3, there's no way Neeko dies here. She'll be a birdie. Then we have Fae, Spider on our next attack turn, potentially. I'd really like to level up Neeko at least once in this stream. Okay. Well, it doesn't seem exceptional. Unless they have... Oh. That's pretty good. I'd like to open attack next turn. Oh gosh. Pretty good. I can try to get in there with Web Spinner and keep a form up to protect Neeko. That card also seems pretty decent. We can get in with Fae and Spider and Cat potentially this turn. So I'll start with Deck Hunter. Yordle. Dragon. Neither of those seem exceptional. They're very weak, actually. This will just be a 3-mana 2/2. This will just be kill one of my things or deal 3 damage to my face. And I'm a little bit worried about the damage coming out of the Poro decks. Yeah, none of them seem exceptional, but the Viper Worm's the cheapest. I don't like where this is going. I'm just gonna not attack with Neeko, because she already attacked as the birdie, so we don't need to attack with her here. We can just get in with Faye and Spider and Cat. I don't think this Cat really matters if they have a buff to kill it. So now Neeko will only need 2 on the next trigger. Alright, now I can go Scrutinizing Sergeant. Or set up for Champion Strength. I think it's probably just better to try to level Neeko, I suppose. But this guy's going to be a problem anyways. So I'll go these 2 units this turn and keep up Form Up. Chump block with the Grandfather Fae to save some damage if we need to. But they have Overwhelm anyways, so I'm not sure if it matters. We can just kill it with Crawling Viper Worm, and then play Scrutinizing Sergeant next turn to try to find the final triggers for Neeko to level. I still don't know how we deal with this. We have this 1 Chump Blocker, or 1 Challenger. So Neeko gets like 1 attack. I'm just going to use this as the unit to be able to eat with my Crawling Viper Worm. Now he can trade with these dudes, which is nice. Alright, Scrutinizing Sergeant. First time I get to play this card, and I'm excited to see how it goes. This only happens on play, so I don't think that's going to do much.
Aren't you a weird one?
Okay. You go like this. Kill the elusive, so Neeko can attack. Then can we attack with anything else? This guy will become a 5/4. And we can use Form Up to kill the first Pouty Poro. This guy will become a 4/4, so... She grants all other allies with subtypes. So they don't need to like attack to gain the buff. But what do we need to attack with? I think we need to attack with Nora and Froop. Or we can just attack with the Sergeant then, as the 4/4, keep Nora and Froop alive. Plus this is the more efficient like stat unit for attacking if we need to use Form Up to trade. Oh, I love that. That sound effect is super satisfying too. Heart of the Huntress. I love that logo and everything. I love everything about this expansion so far. They're tapped out of mana, so I could kill this Pouty Poro. Or I could keep my Challenger alive. Which might actually be worth it, because if he's going to get buffed and buffed... I guess same thing with this guy though, as well. Because he has Fury, so he could get even bigger. But if we have a Fleet Feather Tracker getting buffed up plus Champion Strength, maybe that might be worth it as a way to kill their important threats. Dragon Prince Grinzo. I forgot about that one. Yeah, I guess that spell mana is pretty useful in that deck, huh? For all the Poro snacks. This still kills it through Poro snacks, so I'll block there. And I'll block with a Nora and Fruit here, just to save some damage. Because we have Vanguard Sergeant to buff up the Trusty Ramhand to a 4/4 afterwards. I guess I can go like this. It kills them both. Have I tried Nora Nico? I did. It went horrendous. I think we went 0-4. But it was a fun one. It definitely was fun. Didn't seem like it went incredibly well though.
A Demacia soldier is worth 10 foes.
Please not elusive. I guess we can try to pull it if it has elusive. Okay, 8, 9, 10, 11. So you get another 4/6 out of the deal. Or, sorry, 6/8 out of the deal. I don't know if anything they have that deals 1 damage to us. They probably have it fast speed anyways. Well, Neeko's lethal on her own. I'm gonna try to keep Fleet Feather Checker alive just so we can kill 2 things. They only have 1 good block here. But again, I don't think it matters. Neeko is the only threat that really matters on board right now. Or no, yeah, because they get the buffs, so they can't even kill out there. Interesting. Okay. Champagne Strength definitely very powerful when it resolves. Alright, GG. Alright, well that was a lot of fun. I'm enjoying all these new decks. They seem like a lot of fun. I'm interested to see how it goes. I am very excited for Standard. I feel like the format is going to be much refreshed. So I'll definitely be playing Standard for the next few tournaments and everything. I'm curious just the background what happens in Eternal, because I don't think any patch notes came out in terms of nerfs and stuff. So things like Seraphine Samira aren't nerfed at all. I was shocked. So I'm interested to see how that goes around in Eternal, but I'm definitely excited to jump back into Standard, see how it goes. I hope you guys enjoy the new expansion. Enjoy your night. Let me know if you find any fun decks that you guys are enjoying on day 1 of the expansion. I think there are so many ways this expansion can go. Like, oh, I think it seems so cool. I'm so excited. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you next time.